Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody.
Diving.
All right. Oh, we got people already. Good. Sorry, guys. you, don't, you don't have to watch it a second time. I promise. Good morning, David. Good to see you. If you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. And of course, welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm your host, T.L. Miller. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you. Facebook user, good morning. Sometimes it does that. Um, So either way, no big deal. If you want to say who you are, cool. I'm not quite awake yet. So what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about wearing different hats, right? What does that mean? Well, oh wow, we got 5 people on. What a good morning. I better say something good. Um, what do I mean by wearing different hats? Um, that means that you're being a different person depending on where you're at or who you're dealing with. Okay. When you go to AA, you're probably all nice and reserved and but I bet you don't act that way at home. Do you act the same way everywhere else that you do in AA meetings? Probably not. Hey, Jerry. Oh, hi, Carol. It does that because it wants its proprietary crap. Don't worry about it, Carol. No, you already know. It's because somebody wants some money, I'm sure. But I'm glad that we have Carol on today. Carol, I had a great talk with her on Saturday, um, because a lot of what I do is fighting bullies, and it can get really lonely, man. And when it gets lonely, it can get really scary. So it was great to talk to another person that understood exactly where I was coming from, and I didn't have to say much either. She was very knowledgeable about things. I'm looking forward to working with you. So let's talk about wearing the different hats, right? And I see this a lot where I'll see one person act one way in one situation, see him act a different way in another situation, right? What's wrong with just being yourself? What's wrong? What's wrong with you that you can't be you? What is stopping you from, well, I have to wear all these different hats. And it's like, it almost becomes an excuse to be busy all the time. I can't do that. I'm busy. I'm busy. Oh, you're such an important person, aren't you? You're so important. You got to get rid of that shit, man. You got to get rid of the ego. I don't care where you were at. You have no power. You have no control. You're just, this is the way that I like to describe recovery is it's like a snowstorm. Each one of us are snowflakes, and because every snowflake is different, right? But we all collect together to create something bigger. Snow, right? AA and recovery is the same way. It's about building who you are. It's about becoming a better person so that you can help other people. Period. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. It's not going to be easy, right? There are going to be people that you run across in the program that you think are the coolest people in the fucking world, and it just turns out that they're body brokers and shit. It could be pretty disappointing. So, what I would recommend is watch these people for a little while. If you can see them, if you can watch them in a place where they can feel normal, that's when you want to watch them. You really want to get to know somebody. Go ride in the car with them for a couple of hours. You'll get to know who that person is. Okay? You'll see the anger come out. You'll see the anger come out. Right? So why do you insist on wearing so many hats? It's a natural it's a natural defense mechanism, guys. And that's okay. And if you're new, I'm going to say that's okay right now. You need it actually. But we need to get to a point where we're doing esteemable things. And what does that mean? That means that I do the same thing whether nobody's watching or not. I do the same exact thing. What you have is what you get. Granted, I may talk a little different when I'm talking to professionals. I'm not going to swear like I do here, you know, but I'm going to say the same thing. It just might be different words because they carry a different verbiage than I do. And that's just me meeting them where they are at. That's what I always do. I always meet people where they're at. And with people, and it's nice because there's some people that I meet, like Carol, where they will meet me where I'm meeting them where they're at. They're meeting me where I am at. And we meet in the middle. That's when it gets fun, man. That's when it gets fun. That's called a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is 50% give, 50% take. There can't be any more. That is 100%. You cannot, if you give 100% to a relationship, you are not stopping to take the gifts that God and everybody else around you is giving you. Period. So you have to stop every time. Even me doing this, I have to stop every day. I just have to stop and let God perform his miracles. Let him do what he needs to do. This isn't my part. This is where I get to go meditate and relax and enjoy my day. But let's get to the reading here. Hold on a second. Okay. Here it is. I was looking at it. I'm like, um, okay. It is often said that you can't tell a book by its cover. For many of us, our covers, our surface records haven't looked all that bad. It seemed at first that making an inventory would be a breeze. I don't know whoever thought that, but obviously somebody in Hazelden did. As we proceeded, we were dismayed to discover that our covers were relatively blemish free only because we deeply buried our defects beneath layers of self deception. Okay. This is where Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde come in. Literally, we have split personalities in a way. Okay. And they come out when we don't get what we want. Oh, they will come out. Okay. Watch a new alcoholic, watch a new recovery not get what they want. Watch what happens. They're going to throw themselves on the floor. They're going to whine and bitch and yell and scream like a little baby. Just like we did when we first got into the program, right? Right, man. So, what I would say, now let's finish this first. For that reason, self searching can be a long term process. It must go on for as long as we remain blind to the flaws that ambush us into addiction and misery. Okay, now, being ambushed into misery for me, yeah, that can happen, but that is up to me. Okay, I watch out for worldly clamors. They can suck me in quicker than anything else. And that, my friends, is what they want. They want me pissed off. Because when people are pissed off, they do stupid shit. Okay? If you are pissed off, you are so easily controlled. Sometimes people will piss you off intentionally to get what they want because that's how they control you. Happens a lot in this industry, guys. And Well, I try to face myself as I am correcting whatever it is keeping me from growing into the person I want to be. Maybe you don't even know who you want to be yet. I was just, I mean, when I sobered up, I mean, I knew a lot of my talents. I know a lot, that's great, but it took me several years to find my spot. It took a lot of failure. But with that failure, God gave me gifts along the way. Hey, I know we didn't make it on this one. Let's try again. Because what he wanted from me was my courage. He wants my attention, and I'm going to give it to him because he does for me what I cannot do for myself. And then, and then he continues to bless me with more, even after my work is done for the day. Right? And he doesn't bless me in money. We made money. God doesn't do money. He doesn't do God doesn't do football. No. Uh-uh. We made money. We made material possessions. Okay. Now, granted, the other day, yeah, God gave my wife $3,000 to help us cover the rent, but that didn't have to do with anything monetary. In its sense of the core, it had nothing to do with money. What God was saying was, hey, I'm over here. He wanted, he didn't want my attention. He had my attention. He wanted my brother in law's attention. He got it. He got it, right? And Chris, Jerry, Gary, good to see you all. May God aid me in my soul searching because I have hidden my faults neatly from friends, family, and especially myself. Yeah, you're going to find out one day that you're going to say something to somebody and then you're going to remember that was a lie. Just correct it immediately. You know what? Because it's usually funny. There was one day that I was talking to somebody. I was explaining how I was related to Donnie and Marie Osmond, and my mom poked me and she said, "No, Dion, you are not related to Donnie and Marie Osmond." I had told myself that lie for so long. I thought it was true. Today, I even think my mind thinks it's true. All right. We can laugh at that. That's funny. Right. I know. Why did I pick Donnie and Marie Osmond? Because if I picked Ozzy Osbourne, you wouldn't have believed me. I'll tell you where it got me. Nowhere. I love you too, Chris. Let's look at some of the chats. Well, I didn't even know me. With the help of working my steps, I changed into a butterfly. I know me better, my God and my fellows. Yet, I absolutely agree, Jerry. And it has been a very big pleasure of mine to watch you grow over the last year. And you have come a long way. You've come a long way. Um, you're beautiful, honey. You're absolutely beautiful. May God aid me in my soul searching because I've hidden my faults neatly from friends, family, and especially myself. If I feel more sinned against than sinning, may I take it as a clue that I need to dig deeper for the real me. Today, I'll remember taking stock of myself as buying stock in my future. Every time I learn a little bit more about myself, the more I get to pass on. Okay. And there is so much to this, and there's so much to this that I don't know that I'm ever going to figure out totally who I am. I don't know that I will find all the beauties and all the qualities in me, whether they're good or bad. But I'm going to continue to search for them every single day. Okay. So, how do we stop wearing those hats? You guys thought I was almost done, didn't you? No. No. 5 more minutes because I got to call it 11. The 4 agreements. Should have had this set up first, guys. I'm sorry. The 4 agreements. This is how you learn This is how you learn. What are the four agreements? This is how you learn to stop wearing different hats. Okay. Be impeccable with your words. Okay. Do not take things personally. No, those aren't the ones that I want to go over. So be impeccable with your word. That means do what you say you're going to do. Period. And be honest about it. If there's flaws in it, let people know so that they can prepare for those things. Not everything in life is perfect, but you can be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Nobody is out there, well, unless you're Carol, that is going after you particularly. Okay? People don't plan their day around you. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume. Assuming makes an ass out of you. Nobody else. I know they say assuming makes an ass out of you and me. You're the one that assumed. I'm not involved with this. I like to. I like to. I um. I remove that word and I actually use presume now, and I use it a lot. I presume that you know. Always do your best. Always do your best. Sometimes that is not going to be all that great. Some days you're going to, Friday was a big day for me. I got a lot done. I don't think I'm going to get as much done today as I did Friday. Okay. That was a big day. But there's things that need to be done today. Okay. That is a matter of not resting on my laurels. I cannot celebrate today's recovery on past events. I must do something today in order to secure my recovery. We do that by going to meetings, talking to newcomers, helping people out. Okay, whenever you see somebody that might need a little bit of help, you extend your hand as one human being to another. Everybody is a child of God. No one, no one is a grandchild of God. Okay. All right, that's going to be it for today. I could talk on this forever, but um, I doubt everybody wants to sit around with me for 45 minutes on this. Looks like a lot of people had to go. So, um, all right, that's going to be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow for the daily reflection or the daily trudge. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye.